Last night, Elon Musk went on to Saturday Night Live. What a fucking disaster. I made a video a couple years ago talking about how much I dislike Saturday Night Live. I truly believe it is one of the worst shows that still airs on TV. It's also a super weird show how when you bring up SNL, the immediate response from pretty much everyone is to remind you that it used to be good. Yeah, SNL blows asshole these days, but it used to be great. I've heard that for the last 20 years at least. I remember that was being said in high school. Yeah, Saturday Night Live's trash, but it used to be good. Heard it in middle school. It's bad now, but used to be great. When the fuck was it ever great? You have to wonder, was it ever good at any point? The only time I ever liked SNL is when I was an actual child watching the Chris Farley and Adam Sandler stuff, and I used to watch the shit out of it. I loved it back then. Is that the last time SNL was good? Over 20 years ago? And if so, why the fuck do we still use that as some kind of defense for current SNL? It should have been taken off the air a decade ago. It's like a show written by your high school drama club as like a warm-up exercise that for some reason airs on national TV. It's so bad.
Hi, I'm Elon Musk, and I'm hosting SNL This Week with musical guest Miley Cyrus.
What's new with you, Elon?
I just did a successful rocket launch this week.
Wow. Well, I did my laundry.
Congrats.
Actually, no, I didn't.
I'm not here to be the taste police. If you like Saturday Night Live, you're a huge fan of it. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think less of you for it. Having shitty taste isn't a crime. It's fine. But I'm just confused at who actually laughs at the stuff SNL puts out there. Like what I just showed you right here, this sounds like someone that was rushed in a project for their theater class. It is the most low bar possible joke to make to get people excited for the upcoming episode. Granted, you don't have a whole ton of time to sell people on the comedy of it, but you could at least do a little bit better than the worst fucking jokes ever told here. And the Elon Musk episode in particular highlights everything wrong with it, in my opinion. So first of all, there's like a whole wild lore behind it because a lot of Dogecoin enthusiasts treated it like Christmas Eve yesterday. They were expecting Elon Musk to go on there and pump Dogecoin like a motherfucker, which would blast it through the roof going well over $1. And then what ended up happening is it plummets. It drops, 40%? Because of Elon Musk's appearance on SNL. So, I mean, Christmas was ruined there, but I don't know why they had that expectation. It's not like the octogenarians that watch SNL know what crypto or Dogecoin is, so it's not like they were going to start buying it just because Elon Musk mentioned it. I don't know who's watching SNL. I always expect it to be old people, but it looks like even the elderly generation that watches SNL in their retirement home by accident didn't enjoy Elon Musk's episode, and it looks like they also don't enjoy it in general, because I was perusing a lot of older people's Twitters because I was curious, like, who's the audience these days? Because it really feels like SNL doesn't even know who their audience is, whether it's old people that accidentally keep the channel on when this shit comes on, or children who aren't watching TV in the first place. I don't really know who it's geared towards. For example, the Wario skit. The Wario skit is something you would have seen on 2008 YouTube. This looks like a skit done by middle schoolers as just something goofy fun between friends. Not something on a multi-million-dollar production level. In a nutshell, the Wario sketch is the Mario cast in a courtroom, and the comedy is they're all doing Italian accents and occasionally making video game sound effects. It's really like exactly what TikTok is, but done by old people that don't understand TikTok. TikTok humor like this, fucking horrible. This, even worse. And the big gut-busting side-splitter moment is when Wario accuses Luigi of having sex with Peach in front of everyone. Heh. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say this is exactly like what you would have seen in 2008 YouTube done by some kids. I'd like to show you the worst skit of the night. I'm not going to show all of it for obvious reasons, but I would like to show you a little bit of by far the worst moment from last night, and probably the worst moment of the year, really. It's the Gen Z hospital skit.
Bro, nobody's telling us anything. Is Bestie gonna be okay?
Nurse, we demand to know how our bestie is doing.
I'm sorry, bro. I told you I don't have that information yet.
Bruh, seriously?
I'm so pressed right now, bro.
Yo, if this doctor keeps leaving us on red, he's gonna catch hands on gang. No. Just give us the tea.
Okay, well, as you may have seen on her live, your bestie took a major L while driving her Hellcat.
Yeah, we saw.
We tried everything we could in surgery, and it was sus for a while. But we have your bestie on a machine.
It just hit different.
Yeah, especially since Bestie is my mom.
Yo, she's not just your mom.
She's all our work moms.
Exactly. But please, go off, King.
But she's actually my mother, bro. So it's like,
Admittedly, it's not that different from Attaway General, but this is just somehow 50 times more insufferable to sit through. I've spared you the majority of it and only hit you with a concentrated dose of it. This is like what would be enough to change Bruce Banner into the Hulk with this amount of radioactive waste here. It's fucking crazy. This gamma radiation from the overwhelmingly awful nature of this skit is baffling. I don't even know how to really explain it. Elon Musk, I don't think, was the reason SNL was so fucking horrible last night. I think the show in general is just this fucking bad. It's just everyone watched it because Elon was there and they were hoping it would be good for Dogecoin. So now everyone got exposed to this awful show and took notice of how bad it is. Though Elon Musk moves around like an animatronic in Five Nights at Freddy's, it's like he's deep-faked forever. Like, he literally moves around like a bad deep fake. I mean, I'm sure it was just nerves, but it was definitely something that stood out to me. Which is, I mean, it's not like it's making the skit any worse. In fact, it adds an almost human element to an otherwise robotically awful show. This show actually looks like it was written by Cleverbot if Cleverbot was tasked with writing a fucking horrible comedy show. It's all like this. Jinsey Hospital was the worst one of the night, but none of them were good, even remotely. There wasn't a single time where I even almost cracked even the slightest semblance of a smile. It is... I don't know, again, I don't know who the audience is, because adults, like old people, aren't going to watch this and start laughing, like pointing fingers, haha, look at goofy Gen Z. They're just not going to understand what's going on. And I can't imagine kids are going to watch this, because it's Saturday Night Live. Not going to turn on the TV to watch Saturday Night Live. They probably have never turned a TV on in their life. And why would they when they can get this same level of awful content right on their phones on TikTok? There's no reason for them to go to old people that don't even know what TikTok is to try and deliver the same, albeit somehow even worse experience. So I just don't know where they're trying to go with this. It's a completely misguided train wreck of a show that they also don't know what to do with, I imagine. It's fucking sad. Like, it's just like a sad thing to watch. And also, most insultingly of all, not only is it somehow even worse than TikTok humor, you get significantly less of it. You're mainly watching advertisements with a little bit of SNL in between. There's like a block of 9 minutes of SNL, and then a block of like 4 minutes of commercials, then like 6 minutes of SNL, then more commercials. Like, it's crazy to me that this is how we used to digest entertainment, with this many commercials. You're watching just as much commercials in this like hour block as you are watching SNL. In fact, you're probably watching more commercials than you are SNL because you probably fall asleep during a skit. Like, it's crazy, like, that people still even watch TV when it's in this state. To go back and look at this with as many commercial breaks as it had is an insult to the viewer. There's no reason and no chance kids are choosing SNL over just going on their phones and watching TikTok, where it's pretty much advertiser free, and if there is an advertisement, you can usually skip it after 5 seconds, whereas here you can't skip it after 5 minutes of ads. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, just wanted to vent about it, because I subjected myself to the whole episode, hated it, and just wanted to again talk about why SNL is so trash. That's about it. So yeah.